Hey guys. Turns out my audio got completely corrupted for like half of this video. I wasn't able to salvage the mic audio or the game audio, so uh y- that sucks. We're gonna do a little voiceover again for this episode. So enjoy the spoilers behind me of there being a parrot, and we'll let's just watch the video. You'll see. You'll see. Hey y'all, I'm Spiral. Welcome on back to my channel. So for today's episode, I've got something a little different planned than what I've been doing normally. Instead of, doing something kind of more complicated and build heavy, I really want to get some life added to this area. So in order to do that, I have been playing around in my creative world, and doing so, I have decided that I really want to get some animals in here. Nothing super crazy. I don't want like a bunch of foxes and wolves or anything running around, but I do think adding in this area over here a few birds and rabbits would really help kind of bring a sense of life to the area. So I'm planning on getting some birds up there and having some bunnies. Well, you're certainly not what I want. Anyway, so having some bunnies kind of, tucked around in little places and stuff. And after that, I'm planning on, clearing this area and doing maybe just a little bit of terraforming to get ready for next week when I have a bigger kind of build planned. So today's going to be probably a pretty light episode. As long as nothing super crazy happens, hopefully everything will go super well. So let's head to the jungle and get some birds, which I think might actually be the most complicated part of this episode. And then I think there's some bunnies up that way. So we'll go get some bunnies and birds, and maybe we'll find some cats and scatter them around. But for the right now, bunnies and birds. Pandas. I didn't know there were pandas over here. Oh, there's a baby panda. Oh my god. I didn't know the grown-up pandas jumped when the baby sneezes. That was so cute. Oh my gosh. Okay. I am having the hardest time finding birds. There's one. Wonderful. Okay, come on. Let's find another. No. Okay, cool. I got the gray one now. Excellent. How do you... Wait, can you not breed parrots? Oh, what? Oh my god, I can't breed parrots. I just have to collect a bunch. Oh my god, okay. Oh! Ooh, you scared me, bro. Get out of here. Don't blow up my parrots, please. I'll be so mad. We're getting a good amount. Dear God. You took over a half a stack of seeds, my dude. So this is the point where I lost audio. As you can see, I left with a bunch of birds. I think I had 13 in total. As soon as I got back, I kind of started putting them on top of lampposts or just kind of around the area. I think I put 2 on the lamppost here, and I put a bunch in this tree. Um, did not know when I started this that moving and placing birds was possibly the worst thing in this entire game. I hated every second of this, but I'm committed. So I will be doing this for the rest of this build, unfortunately. This little green bird was the last one I placed, then I went and got some corals to put around for like bird nests, and then I went and grabbed a load of leads and a few dandelions, and then I went bunny hunting. I needed some rabbits, and thankfully there's a bunch on the hill behind the Hobbit area, so I grabbed 5, and I trekked back, and instead of going the short way down where I was sure they would all die, I went the long way around where I already had a path up. It was just a walk. It was just a walk to get back. Thankfully, it wasn't too bad. I mean, I was afraid the bunnies were going to die the entire time, but they didn't, surprisingly enough. This fox did show up. Don't know where he came from, but I kept having to like chase him off because he was like chasing the bunnies, and then he'd get scared of me, and so we had this little back and forth pretty much until I got to the main tower set over there. But once we got to that, it was pretty smooth sailing. I was a little worried the bunnies would take, swan dives off the side of the cliff and die. But we got down, we got them through the caves, and it didn't take too long, and we safely got through the village. Everything went great, honestly. And then, we got home. I did set up a little bunny hutch area for them, and I started breeding them because obviously 5 was not enough for how many I wanted. And before long, I had an absolutely insane amount of bunnies. So I just went and I took them over to the village, and this is kind of how I set them up. So I would dig 2 blocks down. I'd put a fence post. I'd attach the lead to the fence post, and then I'd cover it back up with grass or dirt or something. And that's how the bunnies kind of stayed in the entire area, and it's pretty straightforward. Okie doke, guys. Here we are with our gently lively village. Sorry about the audio issues. I genuinely don't know what happened. But, we're here, and we've got it all fixed, and just these pops of animals, this pops of life, they just add so much to the whole area, and I'm really happy with how they came out. So we've got a few birds on the light post. There's another one right there. I think there's 3 or 4 up in the tree. There's some bunnies kind of tucked around. Whoop. There's some bunnies kind of tucked around in odd little places here and there. I tried to keep everything, out of the way of the path, but like where you could see them. Like, hey there. I showed it in the videos, but I did, in some places put like coral as like a little bird nest. Mostly on houses, actually. I didn't put any in the tree. So this is kind of what it's looking like now. Let's take a look at it with shaders. I don't know how much the animals really will affect it with the shaders, but it's always fun to look at things with shaders. There we go. Look at that. So this is complementary shaders, which is usually my default. And it really is beautiful. You can see the chickens from up here. Yeah, look at that. It is looking pretty and tidy. Let's look at it with a different kind of shader. Alright, and this is BSL. I didn't know BSL added the like leaves waving like that. That's really nice. Maybe we'll use BSL a bit more. Oh, it just looks so pretty. I can't wait. I think what is going here is going to be really, really cool. And I'm super excited. The reason it's not in this episode is because it's a little more, I'm building more organics in it than I'm used to building. So it's taken a bit of practice to try to get the organics just right. But either way, it's going to look really, really good when it's done. So let me jump back to normal Minecraft visuals for a second. Okay, so up here, and I think I talked about this in the lost footage, but so up here, I've been trying to figure out what to do with this caldera over here, because like I'm living in this one. This is my hobbit hole caldera. And then there's this one over here, and I think what I'm gonna do, and obviously this is gonna take a little while to get over here to this side, but what I think I'm gonna do is like carve a hole through the mountain, like for a pathway to get over here, because that's just a big cave in the middle there. And then this will be like half hobbit, half elf kind of a village, and then I'll have more like elven or human style settlements up along the ridge here, because around the edges here, maybe not on this side, but around the edges up here, I've always wanted to have settlements for like other races other than just hobbits and stuff. Like maybe like there's something happening here, and so it was a hobbit home, a hobbit village, and then there's like a swarm of like a human settlement or elven settlement. Like there's maybe like some kind of a military operation is happening here, and so they're moving in to kind of protect the hobbit area, and in doing so, they would intermingle and different families would bloom because of that. Anyway, that's kind of my thought process on that right now. Just let me know what you guys think about it. I think having kind of a mixed community would make this area a lot more interesting than just hobbit holes in the walls, Anyway, guys, that's going to be it for today. I hope you've had a good time. I know I sure have, and I will talk to you next time. Bye!